Two questions I get every week are, Shawn, how do I pick a major? Or along the same lines, how do I know what I want to be when I grow up? Another thing along the lines is, how do I get my athletes to practice? How do I get my kids to practice? Now I'm going to try and kill two birds with one stone, or if you think outside of the box, kill two stones with one bird. I'm just going to tell you two stories. I was in college for 7.5 years. In undergrad, I was an education major, a child psychology major, a mass communications major, and then I went back to education because I was forced to or I was going to get kicked out of school. And then in grad school, I studied exercise physiology, biomechanics, and sports psychology. Now I'm making videos. I was extremely fortunate at NDSU to be able to coach and be an athlete at the same time. Not just coach high school kids, but college kids. And I remember this one college kid. This kid was on the dean's list, amazing student athlete, but they always came to practice complaining and worn out that, I have to go to this class, I have to go to that class, I have to do this, I have to read this. And they were complaining about anything that could have been just as little as reading 2 pages. That's it. Just always unhappy. I forget how it happened exactly, but the question came up is, well, why did you pick this major? And they said, well, it makes really good money. And then I was reading about Alan Watts lately, and I remember watching this video that Alan Watts had. So it was like, what would you do if money was no object? And so I asked that question, what would you do if money was no object? And they said, I would major in English. So I told them to really think about it, and again, I had no idea what would happen. I just threw this out there. In retrospect, it was probably really scary for me because I could have just destroyed their whole future, possibly. So 2 months later, 1 month into their new major, this athlete was coming to practice excited about everything they learned in every single class, like sentence structure of English, how paragraphs are put together, the history of great writers in the past, and they were excited to do the projects, and they were just thrilled that they were able to learn and their schooling matched with what exactly they wanted to do. It's kind of funny that we're complaining about reading 2 pages and now they have to read full books, like 250 pages like a week, and they're really excited about it, right? So now this person is teaching English, couldn't be any happier, and just loves exactly what they're doing. Alright, story 2 will be just a little bit shorter, I promise you. Bop It, I just got done playing Bop It in between but I was watching this interview with Wayne Gretzky, and if you don't know who Wayne Gretzky is, he's arguably one of the best athletes of all time. Is that fair to say? Obviously the best hockey player of all time, has more records than anybody else, whatever. A parent came up to Wayne Gretzky in this interview I was watching. I found it online somewhere. I wish I could find it. What was your motivation to practice? How do I get my kids to practice? And Wayne Gretzky, he looked confused and at a loss for words. Like that question stumped him. All Wayne Gretzky ever wanted to do was play hockey. Practice was fun for him. Practice was his reward. Playing hockey was his reward. Just like this athlete I'm talking about, their reward was actually doing the English. Doing the work was the reward. And I think that's the key. The reward and the work has to be the same thing. And if you can do that, that's the perfect mix of anything you can find. And that's what Team Hoot is for me, because all these majors I was in, education, psychology, child psychology, mass communications, biomechanics, I'm doing it all with this. I found a way to take all of my majors, all my interests, and combine them into this. And again, take what I say with a grain of salt, because I'm just a guy living life just like you are a person living life, which is scary because I'm getting force-fed that money is very important, so I get where you're coming from, but maybe Team Hoot is a way, like I've always said, to have a team, to have the confidence to just try. You can always fall back on money, but eventually your time runs out and you can't try those passions again. So, thanks for bearing with me. I felt that was important. I keep getting these emails. It seems like this time of year, with new semesters coming around, people starting to try train again and coach, I get the practice question, and I also get the what do I major in question. Like, it's the rest of my life. My favorite part about like your passion question and how this kind of philosophy works is that it changes. If everyone did the very first thing they were passionate about, there would be a bunch of princesses and ninjas running around. I'd be a ninja. I did karate because I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. With that being said, life is meant to be experienced, and curiosity will get you there. Let me know if this helped or if you guys are on the same page as me. I look forward to hearing it.